Hello everyone, I hope you are well. I hope life is treating you well, and if it's not treating you well, I hope I can at least cheer you up for a little bit, because that's the whole aim of this station. Now, I like to keep you involved rather than just keep putting up videos, as you might have seen from the past when you do comments about what games I should include. I will note them down, although not necessarily come to them straight away. But they will get done eventually, because that's what it's all about, really, sharing views and sharing knowledge. So it's been a while since we've done a Blundering series due to time constraints, and those people that are quite new to the channel or don't know what a Blundering series is, it's essentially where it's more than one video, just one video review, where I go for a whole season, typically in a racing game or a championship. I might win at the end, I might not, but we have a bit of a laugh, and it's a bit more of an adventure going forward. Popular with some people, not so much with others, but it keeps it interesting. Other ones we've done so far, before we went into racing, there was Tomb Raider. We did a complete walkthrough of that from IDOS in 1996, which took forever. The second Tomb Raider, I sort of like banned halfway through because it took so long to do. So we just do race blundering series now, which you might see on the playlist if you click on them. Previously we did Toca Touring Cars 2 a long time ago. And then we did, which was, a large amount of videos in that series, about over 50. We did Formula 1 2010, where I went through quite ineptly the Formula 1 season, but going through qualifying, practice, and I did gradually get better. And that was great fun. But we haven't done one for some time, so I've prepared a list here of potential games we can do, but rather than me just picking one and jumping into it, I wanted to put it to the vote. So you have got some influence there, because I want to put up something that you want, essentially. Now, I know what my favourite is, but we won't necessarily come to that one if you pick a different game. So I've got 6, but indeed, if you see me review another racing game on the channel, and you think that'll make a good blundering series, no matter what system, then put your views below, and in about a week or 2 weeks time, time permitting, then we'll have a go. So here's the 6 that I've sort of like shortlisted. Okay, so we've got potentially, for a blundering series, Stunt Car Racer on the Commodore Amiga, published by McRae in 1989. Now there's 4 leagues on that, designed by Jeff Crammond. We haven't done a blundering series on the Amiga before, so it'd be quite a short series unless I keep losing races, of course. So 4 leagues. So then it's a polygon racing game, if you're unaware, one of the classics on the Commodore Amiga. So I'll be trying to get up to Division 1 and then eventually winning without wrecking my car. The car is based on a high track. I think there's 2 circuits on each league, and you must beat 2 other opponents, taking them on separately. So that's just one idea, although that probably wouldn't be a very long blundering series, but I'll put it up there as a potential. Second, we've mentioned Toca Touring Cars 2, but its prequel was Toca Touring Cars Championship, or Toca Touring Car Championship, that's it, on the PlayStation 1, published by Codemasters in 1997, and it's based on the British Touring Car Championship. Toca Touring Cars 2, which we have done a blundering series of, is a lot better. I don't really favour this one as a blundering series, but it's a bit of history there. If you want me to do that, I'll certainly have a look at it. But I think it's a little bit easier than the second game, so I'll probably be winning all races. And I like to have a bit of jeopardy there. That's why I pick the racing games that have championships or a points thing. So you think, is Nick going to win this? Is he not going to win this? Or if I'm doing particularly bad, is Nick going to avoid coming last? So Toca Touring Cars 1. And the next 3 potentially are all rallying games, all from a similar period, but I have put them all up there as well, so let me know what you think. We've got potentially V-Rally 97 on the PlayStation 1, published in 1997, believe it or not, from Infogrames. It's basically rallying through different stages around the world, and that would last a little while. It's a really good game, so I've seen it isolate what is looked in history as the good games. And similarly, there's also as a choice is a V-Rally 2, which came out 2 years later from Infogrames. It's an evolution over the 97 game. It's the Championship Edition, which I've got also on the PlayStation 1. So that would be rallying as well, of a similar vein. You might have grown up with one or the other, or neither. So it's got a bit of extra sentimental or nostalgia value for you. And the other one is Colin McRae's Rally. That's the first one, not the second one, which was a lot better than the first one. Again on the PlayStation 1, and that was from Codemasters in 1998. So those 3 games, 97, 98, 99, all very similar. We'll see how it goes. Now, my preference of the lot, which you might disagree with, because mainly this is a retro gaming channel, although we do put up modern day games as well every now and again, most notably the PlayStation 4, to see, because I think it's important to look at games from different eras. So when you're looking at a game from the 80s, you can see how that's progressed going forward and forward and forward to modern day time. Now this series will be a lot of fun. We'll do it at some stage, even if it's not next time. But it's Rocket League on the PlayStation 4 by Psyonix in 2015. Now, you could argue this isn't really a racing game. It's more of a football game. But it's a combination of the two, where you and 2 AI-controlled opponents, check out my review of this one if you haven't already done so, must beat a set of 3 other opponents in football by driving around some cyber stadium, knocking a huge ball about the place. It's heaps of fun, and then getting more goals than the other one, and then eventually winning the league. Now, as you go through, there's more and more upgrades to collect, and weapons and so forth. If we do a Blundering series, it'll probably be continuing on from that original review I've done. So if you think that's a potential one, then look at the review of Rocket League. Think, do you like that? Would you like a whole season of that? And let me know. So we're going to do a Blundering series quite soon, maybe in a week or 2 weeks time. So let me know out of these 6 or a different one you've seen I've already reviewed on the channel, and then we'll go to it. So it'll be on a voting system. Now, don't recommend a game I haven't reviewed, because the likelihood is I haven't got it, and I can't do a Blundering series for games I haven't got. That's just too tricky. In the future, I might buy Formula 1 on the PlayStation 4 again, Formula 1 2016, when the price goes down a little bit. So that'll run a little bit like the F1 2010, which is quite popular. So, you know, nominate that anyway if you want it. I suppose I could splash out for it. Anyway, so here's the 6 then, potentially, in order. So, Stunt Car Racer on the Amiga, Toca Touring Cars Championship on the PlayStation 1, V-Rally 97 on the PS1, V-Rally 2 Champion Edition on the PlayStation 1, Colin McRae Rally on the P-Stace. The P-Stace? What's the P-Stace? On the PlayStation 1, I've never heard of the P-Stace. These videos are never about error, but that's what it's all about, folks. And the last one, my personal preference, which I think I make the best Blundering series of videos, is Rocket League on the PlayStation 4. So, thanks for watching the videos as always. It's always my intention to try and cheer you up if you're going for a bad time. If you're going for a good time, great. I love your comments there, and we help each other out. If you haven't already, please subscribe. That always helps me keep things ticking over. So let me know what you think below. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.